Can Konrad of Welf take advantage of the chaos in Central Europe as the Carolingians are falling and new kingdoms and realms are being born all around him? Those are some of the questions we hope to answer in today's episode of Crusader Kings 3 and the Rise of Burgundy. Hey everybody, Realm Builder Guy here, and welcome back to the channel and more, well, 9th century fun here on CK3. Of course, the Kingdom of Burgundy has already risen, but not the version we want. No, not at all. The Count of Savoy, Konrad of House Welf, is not very happy with this current situation. Keeping an eye on things, he has now extended his footprint a little bit, at least the House of Welf, within the southern parts of the Kingdom of Burgundy, with his son Pepin now a count next door. And of course, this will all stay within the family of Welf. And at the end of the day, that can work to our advantage as well. So what is the goal here today? Well, that's a good question today's episode. Again, don't forget to hit that like button and comment. I appreciate everybody that's been doing so far on the series. I'm, for one, having a lot of fun with the new Royal Court, the 1.5.1 now version of Crusader Kings 3. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, you know, adding the mechanics of Royal Court. I personally think it adds a ton to the game, and I was, if you've been following this channel, a skeptic of it based on the price point. So I think given how much it changes the game, and you basically have a new version of the game now, I would say it's probably worth the money, even though I understand it's still a lot. All right, so enough of that. And we can go with inspiring rules, so monthly prestige per powerful vassal on the council plus 5%, or a firm hand monthly prestige per dread plus 1%. We will go down that. We need to get them all anyway. Praetorian Guard's a nice one, but we will continue moving this way. Chief Rold is raiding our territory, but that has to be all the way in the front. And Bertha, Countess Bertha, is now pregnant as we continue to expand our family. Bertha, how old is she? She's also 44, so we're both 44. And we've got Rudolf Welf, who unfortunately died. Then we have Adelaide Welf, Beatrix Welf, and Pepin Welf, and our grandson here, Hugbert. Okay, so now let's keep an eye on the situation. One of the main things is, where is Anjou? Anjou is still at war with Louis the Stammer of West Francia. And kind of want to keep an eye on that. Once that war ends, I think we can turn our attention to possibly a war for independence. But first, Adalwin has died, and we have a claim on Geneva. For Mans Baldoma, Count of Adalgos's suffragan bishop, has been digging up spurless contracts and fabricated histories. Now Count Adalgos dares act as if it all amounts to a legitimate claim on the county of Geneva. Lies and more lies. Yeah, we're not going to let that stand. But we now need a new spy master. And who is best for this? Our marshal. Anybody else that could be our marshal? Well, actually, our daughter could be. So I think we'll move Lucetto over here, and the new marshal. See, I thought I could do it, but you obviously can't do that. That was my mistake. Theobald or Robert? Yeah, the reason why she was here, women can be spy masters. New marshal, we will go with Theobald Bossonid, one of our knights. Or Robertine, our half-brother. We will assign him. He's not very good, but we'll leave it as such. We have a son, Konrad Another Konrad. Let's see if there's a better answer. Karl, why not? Ancestor Karl. So another son born to the Welf dynasty. And now we're just kind of playing the waiting game here a little bit. You can see up here, the raiders on the north coast there. Oh, Karl is cradled by sickness and is sickly. Hopefully he does okay. It's one aspect. I know it's real, historical, and it happens, but as a father of 3, I really actually hate seeing that in CK3. But I understand it from a game mechanics, and obviously these are not real people, but, you know, you try to immerse yourself into this world, and part of that is growing attached to some of the people within there. I mean, the North Coast now, the North Sea coast there in the Low Countries is being raided by Vikings all the time, but that is not of our concern. I don't really care about that. Hugbert is now a troublemaker, and he is rowdy. Our heir and grandson. I don't mind that. Maybe having a rowdier, maybe more warlike heir. Be kind of an interesting playthrough. If we look at where things sit here, we could declare war on Count Archambault of Provence and push Theobald's claims for here, but that would just basically hurt our son who's sitting here. But going after the Provence, the county of Provence itself, we could install another Vev. Now I know Theobald Bossonid is not of our house. However, it is a matrilineal marriage, so it will go through the Wolfs, so to speak. Now, if we look at where we sit militarily right now, kind of Anjou brings the most. Here, we'll sway you. Most men-at-arms, so to speak, to the field. And he is currently embroiled in a war. And we've got Count Wichmann of Zutphen, who is assisting the county of Provence. This would be a more difficult war. If we don't have Hugo's soldiers, we'd be at 3,100. I mean, we are still more powerful. Count Eudes of Anjou could come, but really it's more just Bern and Ulm probably. And then we're starting to edge towards equal numbers. So we're just going to go with a no on that just right now. We can invite knights. We cannot recruit any of these to our court. We don't really need to invite knights. We have knights at court. We just don't have the money for them, so there's no point in inviting them at this point. It wouldn't really help us. So we need to just stock up a little bit on some coin and keep an eye on what we can do here strategically to expand. Now, we could look at fabricating a claim in Viennois and just carving out a little bit for ourselves here, which might not be a bad idea. And just growing our footprint a little bit by bit. And we've had a change now in our liege. Queen Ermengarde has now become our new liege after Queen Sarrazin, at a very young age, has passed away. And with that, now Lotharingia is kind of reunited. The Kingdom of Burgundy once again does not exist. And we are now caught within this larger realm, but that's okay. I mean, an independence war we shall not fight at this point. But, you know, the situation hasn't changed that much. But obviously an independence war is not really up for grabs. Can we request this claim? No, because Pope really doesn't like us. Who could we see about trying to build an alliance with, possibly? In the meantime, the war here with our brother's war is now over. So the Duke of Anjou's war is done. And King Gozlin of France is now there. So the Kingdom of France has been created. Now, of course, we've got our ally who could really, really help us. So let's turn our attention to Provence right now. Take a look at the declare war for the County of Provence. So, with that, Theobald gains a contested title. We have a weak hook on him. And other than that, our daughter is, of course, a matrilineal marriage. And they do not have any children yet. But when they have children, here's the big thing. Once they have children, then they will inherit as a Velf. So if we want to put them in a position of power, we have to land him, Theobald. So I think that is what we will do for our family and for the future. Playing a little bit of politics here, landing Theobald, knowing that he's in a matrilineal marriage so that the children, the offspring, will be Velfs, and thus it will stay within our family. That's also part of the game I am playing here is family power dynamics within CK3, putting Velfs into key positions to then ideally build a Kingdom of Burgundy also that way. So I think we will declare this war. We have plenty of prestige. We've got money in the bank. And let's go to war against the Provence. So we're calling in our allies. It has, of course, cost us now in prestige, but I'm not overly concerned with that. I believe we have what it takes to win this war. Let's go to the army. Lucetto is our commander. Do we have a better commander? Sorry, clicked on the wrong thing there. No, not really. He's a cautious leader. So minimum battle rolls +4, max R2. Zikat is not part of us. So yes, he will be our commander. Not a great commander, but a commander nonetheless. So let's slowly move to the south. And here comes the Duke of Anjou's forces. And with the Duke of Anjou's forces, we should have enough. So we will first, of course, besiege this county, a county over which we have fought many a war in Count Konrad's life. And then we will move south against the Provence, all the while, of course, waiting for the Count of Anjou to arrive. And here comes, or the Duke of Anjou and the forces from our brother in Ulm as well. So the three Velf brothers are coming together for a war against the Provence. We will first take this one, then move south, and slowly but surely then work on losing less attrition and landing our family in Provence. Child of my dynasty, my daughter Adelaide has given birth to a daughter. Since the little one is part of the Velf dynasty, she should be blessed with a good name. Leotswind? No. Ava? Yeah. Fantastic. So they have a child now, so that's perfect. And then everyone can be landed. And so the Velf dynasty continues to expand here in basically southern France, for lack of a better term. Sway infiltrators. It has come to my attention that some local commoners are moving to Béarn, the capital of Count Adalgos of Béarn. Locals newly settled or not, praising me can surely do no harm. Take this gold, 15 gold, make sure you're heard. Yes, we will do that. Here comes the army of Zupfen, 470 men. That's not going to last very, very long. They're heading straight down here, and we will win the siege shortly, and then drive this combined army of Savoy, Anjou, and Ulm to the south in a couple of days. To the abhorrent, okay, what do we have here? A tax lien, oppressive laws for far too long. Screw the peasants. Of course that has to happen. We're going to go with Praetorian Guard. So more prestige gain there. And that is now a victorious siege. And we will move our troops to the south here to engage him in these troops. See if we can get a decisive battle together, and we do. Well, our combined forces are much more powerful than his. Count Archambault is actually leading the force. If we can capture him, do we? No. Alright, so we need to besiege Marseille, and then eventually deal with the rebels as well. But right now, I'm not overly concerned. They are pretty small, not sizable enough to really do us much harm. And we can see here the Ulm army is kind of running around the Provence. We will take Marseille. I could go straight for the Provence itself, but I'm not going to do that at this time. We're gonna stick to Marseille and then go to the Provence. Duke Balbo has formed the Galka hybrid culture. Okay, interesting enough. Get rid of those decisions. And we have a few months left to win this siege. They're going to win this siege back. That's frustrating. And they're heading up north. They don't have the forces to do so. They're going to win that siege. That's frustrating before we win this one. And that drops those victory points all the way down. We'll end this siege and then move up north and maybe destroy those forces in a few months in our combined forces heading up north again. So Marseille is ours. And now we will head up this way. We'll head to this fort and keep an eye on what they do. So they are fighting the rebels that are sitting there, which is interesting. And now we will go back home and fight them there. We have 815... 1,500, 1,900. We have the manpower. You'll probably lose. That's not good to probably lose that. They are currently not besieging. Sway. Rare rationality to make him susceptible to us. Sure, we will do that. We'll probably lose. I don't like the idea of us losing. Greetings, Count Konrad. Our recent correspondence has given me much joy. Excellent. So maybe now we can call him in to this. Yes. And bring him in as well. Good. Now we'll have greater forces at our disposal. Thank you, brother, for coming. How long is that siege? 6 months, 5 months. So we will sit our forces down to the south. So Ulm is heading that way. And we're waiting for them to come. Once they are close, we will head north. And we will strike against them. Just waiting for that army to get relatively close. Once they're in that field, we will move. There, they broke off the siege. And now we will see if we can engage them in combat in the field. We'll probably lose. Hold on. We'll head right here and join that fight if we can. Can we get there in time to turn the tables? We can. And maybe if we can capture Count Archambault, this will make a big, big difference. And do we get him victorious as we are? No, we do not. But now we can send our entire force south to reclaim that. And again, I'm not overly concerned with those rebels just yet. I mean, we could deal with them first. How long is that going to take? 5 months. That's a good question. They broke off the siege again because they don't. The attrition's too high. They don't have enough to continue that siege. They don't have enough soldiers. The attrition of the siege itself is going to wear them down. Oh, that's not good. Is in a battle here. Zupfingen. Yeah, but we can see if our allies will get there in time. They won't. So he will lose that battle. And that, of course, hurt our war score, but not by much. Not by much at all. Growing strong. The weakness that has plagued my son since his birth has finally released its hold. Karl is no longer sickly. Fantastic. Here we can see the Count of Anjou and the Duke of Anjou. They're going to take care of Zupfingen. And we can take care of that. Wait, send a proposal. What is this? Greetings, my impressive. I would like for your son Calvev to be raised by Adalbert of Trems. He will become French. No. Nope, I'm not worried about that. So a battle won there. We will win this siege, and then we will go and help the forces of Anjou out in the siege of Provence. I think our enemy is split enough. And again, these rebels, they're sitting here, but the attrition is too much for them. Count Adalbert might join the Savoyan War for Theobald Bossonet's claim, County of Provence, as an enemy. Siege is won. And now what I'll actually do is send these guys to the north. All the way around, unfortunately. We have to go the long way. The ticking war score here will get us to 100% relatively soon. So once that happens, we can declare victory in the Provence. In the meantime, we will then destroy the rebels and, of course, execute them. Adalbert has joined the war. Adalbert of Austria, but I don't think it'll be soon enough to make a difference. Just waiting on this right here to go to 100%. And we will meet the rebels in the field and crush them. While we're at it. There is that one. That'll take care of that one pretty quickly, I would think. Alright, so that is taken care of. We will enforce the demands. And they are imprisoned. And now we can send these troops back to the south. All the way. But maybe the 100% war score will be achieved prior to that. But we'll also achieve it if we defeat their armies in the field just one more time. Greetings, Count Konrad of Savoy. I have heard good things about you, and I am interested in starting a written conversation. Who are you? Duke Harold of Carinthia. Yes, we will do that. I've been overwhelmed by stress, but we will take care of that. Solitude. Perhaps a new view of God will help me become Nestorian. No. Solitude will be my friend. Maybe, just maybe, we can get to these guys here. There's the battle we wanted. Thank you for your swift response. I'm looking forward to this. Let's discuss the 5 points of etiquette. Please tell me about investment opportunities. Let's go with that. And in the meantime, this battle will have been won. And there we go. We can enforce our demands. And so be it. An alliance is formed with Baron Theobald. Countess Adelaide is no longer your seneschal. So, what that means, of course, is we now have Bossonid, Count Theobald of Provence, is here, but the heir is a Welf. To the ruinous Count Konrad, you have greatly misjudged me if you think sycophant. Okay, fine. Oops. Whatever. I do not care at all. Good sir. So now we have a Welf. Oh, we had a Welf here. Oh, Archambault has now moved here. And where's our son? Our son, Ka Pepin, is no longer landed there. Oh, okay. Well, we unfortunately cannot declare war against him because we do not have a casus belli. You cannot declare war because we are in debt and we have a truce. So, yeah, things keep ticking along and things keep moving. But either way, in the Provence, we will eventually have a Velf sitting there, ideally. And we are trying to play this, well, a little bit of a Game of Thrones in France. It's constantly shifting. Constantly shifting. So, yeah, it's frustrating. There's a lot always going on. Just wanted to get a bit of a macro view there. And unfortunately, we don't have really any other claims. We've got Duchy of Upper Burgundy, the County of Zurich. So we've got a few here, but nothing else we can really press at this time, is there? As far as wars, Count Lothair of Pavia, Duke Adelheid of Upper Lorraine, of Zundgau, King Gozlan of France. I mean, there are a lot of people we could declare war. To my liege, I write to inform you of a most appalling discovery I made about Mayor Adalbert. The man is engaging in unsavory, dishonorable activities behind your back. I sincerely hope that bringing this sensitive information to your attention will prove my unwavering loyalty to you. I will not forget this. You learn Mayor Adalbert's sodomite secret. And we have a new perk, Diplomacy. So we'll go with Inspiring Rule. So monthly prestige per powerful vassal on the council goes up by 5%. So now we can unlock a new lifestyle perk. We're going to go with True Ruler. So offer vassalization acceptance plus 25. That's really nice. We can go Writing History, Life of Glory, Dignitas, and August. And then we'll go down the Diplomat side of things. Right now it's just a matter of just playing a little bit of a waiting game. Financially, things are not amazing, but we do have a claim here in Zundgau that we could press. Now, Zundgau is outside. We've got the Duchy of Upper Burgundy here now that got created, and we can declare war for the whole thing. You know what? That is what we will do. That is the perfect pretense to regain our duchy title. And I believe that is the direction we are going to go. We needed to wait, actually, for this duchy to be formed before we could do that. So we will go here. We can try request a claim. That's obviously not going to work. But hey, at least we could say we tried. So we are going to declare war for our claims. It costs us only 150 prestige. We're going to raise all of our arms, or all of our armies, in fact. And of course, we're going to call in the Duke of Anjou. That'll cost us prestige. The Count of Anjou. That's another 750 to 20. Ulm is nice and close. Another 750. We'll wait for that, and then we can always still, if we need to, call in more. And we can see their armies are mobilizing at first larger than ours. But once our allies are there, we're going to move down south here. Got our allies coming in from all sides. Question is, will we be able to have them join in time for when we need it? We are caught in battle here. Will Anjou get there in time? With his men, we need him to arrive. Come, quickly, quickly. And there they are, and that shifts the tide of battle. Our knight, Robert Robertin, maimed Bertrand. And more are coming. Galician culture, a commoner of Galician heritage, has been accosted in the streets of Moutier. The Galicians are good people. So we will do that. We are going to win this battle. It's very costly. Here comes the army of Angers. And the Duke himself was in that battle, has been captured, and we can enforce our claims, and there we go. The Duchy of Upper Burgundy is back. She is back on a, the Queen wants Karl to come to court. He will become French. We will accept that. Definitely need her to start liking us. Every time we say no, she does not like us. And there we have it. The Duchy of Upper Burgundy has been created once more. And Konrad is once again a duke. Ah. Whew. That took a while. And we've now have a faction, of course, created against us, because, of course, claimant is him, the Count. And let's see, what can we do to him? Can we imprison him? Or we can murder him, 9% chance. We actually do have people in our prisons, I believe. Let's look at our court. We do have a prisoner. Camilla is under house arrest. Can we ransom her for anything? No. We're just going to release her. Why not? I don't even know who that is. But there you have it. The duchy is back. We, of course, now have dangerous factions internally that we will have to account for. And as such, we'll move that right back to our main capital. Those are things we need to keep an eye on in future. But I think that is a perfect place to end today's episode, as Konrad now, at age 53, is once again Duke of Upper Burgundy. And the Queen here, we are going to start swaying her. We need to get on the good side of our Queen. And then, my friends, we can start seriously looking for further expansion in the region. We are now in a good power position to actually start slowly but surely carving out areas here. Do we have any more claims? We've got Zurich, and then we have some French claims and Zundgau. We could even move now to Zundgau. We are bordering it, but that's for the next episode. Let me know down in the comments where you think we should move to next. Should we continue here, try to carve out the rest of Upper Burgundy, maybe expand it to Zundgau? Just as a reminder, those are the borders of Upper Burgundy, so we do need Aargau and Bern. So maybe we go after Aargau. They are isolated and weak. Next, Bern is one of our allies, so I'm not overly concerned with him at this point. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and please don't forget to hit like, subscribe if you're new, and check out some of the links down in the description to Patreon, the Nexus GG store, Discord, Twitch, and Twitter. Until next time, I'm Brown Builder Guy, and I will talk to you soon.